Augusta General.
Oh. I was doing the show. Did see.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Smashi Sports Show. A new episode. Today is Friday, 2nd of May.
Yeah.
New month, new beginnings, and new exciting news for the sports world. Hi Majid, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know when the month hits in the middle of the week, the new month hits in the
Yeah.
middle. It doesn't feel like right.
Yeah, I think every first date should be like
Should be the
Friday,
Monday. Yeah,
and you
Friday.
come back on Monday and you're like, okay, new month
I was
started.
gonna say Monday, but anyways.
But yeah, very interesting stories today. Actually, there's Egyptian billionaire Nassr Alvarez. His Aston Villa team are exploring a sale of stake in their women's team. We'll talk about that. A 17-year-old Zamzam Al Hammadi has become the first female Emirati to sign with the Professional Fighters League, MMA. First ever. Nice. Canelo
That's
Alvarez,
nice.
one of the most famous boxers, he's headlining Saudi boxing event. We'll talk about
Yeah.
that. He says that he got a home-like reception in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, that. And lastly, we're going to talk about AFC Champions League semi-finals. Ronaldo lost. Al Hilal, Al Ahli
Al-Ahli
won
versus
and they
Al-Nassr.
marched into the final. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Quickly, Egyptian billionaire Nassr Alvarez, Aston Villa.
He's considering the sale of a minority stake in
Yeah.
its women's
So
team.
Aston Villa, owned by Egyptian billionaire Nassr Alvarez, US investor Wes Edens, is reportedly considering selling a minority stake in its women's football team.
Yeah.
Sources familiar with the discussion say a 10 or 20% stake in Aston Villa Women's FC could be on the table, with potential suitors from the US National Women's Soccer League already expressing interest.
Yeah. No,
Your
they're
part.
everywhere. No, they are everywhere. No, let's talk about the Saudi a little bit. Now they are targeting women, men, kids everywhere. They are taking over the world.
Yeah. You have this?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah. So it's your part now. we're doing this for the first time, so we're a little confused. But yeah, the owners are said to be targeting a valuation of up to 60 million pounds.
Equivalent to about 80 million
Yeah.
pounds.
However, no formal deal has been agreed. And it's still possible the club may not opt to proceed with the sale. Aston Villa WFC currently sits
This is what I
10th.
was talking about. Let's discuss it a little bit. Aston Villa, they're currently, what's their standings in the Women in the Super League? 10th, right?
10th, yeah.
Yeah.
And they generate 6.3 million in revenue last year. So they're making money. Right?
Women's team making money.
The women's team now, I've realized, in the US at least, they make a lot of money. But overall, I think
Yeah.
the game has grown a lot.
This is exactly the point that I
Yeah.
wanted to focus a bit on. So there's money in both men and women's because usually in women league there we don't see these kind of numbers.
Ah, yeah.
So
But a very interesting thing, the Middle East link is Nassr
yeah,
Alvarez.
the Middle East link. The
Yeah,
Middle
we're
East
not talking
factor
about
is-
Aston Villa. The Middle East link is Nassr Alvarez. He's the richest Egyptian man. His brother Naguib Alvarez, he also is in Dubai nowadays.
Yeah.
trying
So
to build a
Nassif
media
Sawaris,
company.
he's one of the Arab world's richest businessmen and major figure in
Yeah.
global sports investment. He has sadly grown his influence in football through Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And as valuations of women's teams rise following example like Angels FC, $250 million mark.
UK clubs are exploring sales, and this may be one of the things that Nassr Alvarez also. Very interesting thing, bro. I read when I was looking at his profile, 6% of Adidas globally, he owns it. So 6% of Adidas is a lot. 6% of the whole Adidas global operations. He owns it. And it's like, okay, this guy is now. That was the point. Like someone tells you, oh, this guy is the richest man in the country, and you're like, okay, how rich? And then someone tells you owns 6% of Adidas, and you're like, okay, now it makes
Now
sense.
we make-
A
now we're
global
talking about
company,
it.
he has 6% of that company, and then he has so much in Egypt, all the telecom and all those businesses. So yeah, really interesting to see this.
Yep. The
Second
trend is
story.
growing,
What happened to the second story? Wait, I'll just quickly bring in the second story. But till then, we can discuss Canelo Alvarez headlining Saudi event. Canelo, boxing legend Saul Canelo Alvarez will headline a major bout in Riyadh this Sunday morning, marking his first ever fight outside North America. And he chose Saudi Arabia. So
Are you a fan
very
of
good.
Canelo? Or no?
Yeah, I've seen his fights like very like at least 10 years ago. I never saw it after that. It was like one of his fights which became very famous. I think it was with forgot the name completely. Was 10 years ago. But that was the point where
Against the
I realized,
French-
oh, there
the
is
French
some
guy.
guy named Canelo Alvarez and he is fighting. So have an idea who he is. But yeah, he's going. He's a 34-year-old Mexican star and he returns to the ring for its 67th professional appearance. This time under the banner of Riyadh season. It comes after a quiet 2024 where he recorded two underwhelming wins against modest opponents.
Yeah. So Canelo's opponent will be William Skull, a Cuban-born fighter based in Germany, seen as one of the weakest challenges in Canelo's recent history. The IBF super middleweight title will be on the line, and
Yeah.
Canelo is widely expected to reclaim that. So it should be an easy fight for Canelo. So win is expected to set up a blockbuster showdown with Terence Crawford in September. A personal priority for Saudi advisor
Turkey Al Sheikh. Yeah, while many in boxing circle questions the competitive value of Canelo Crawford bout due to their size difference, one is small, one is very big. Al Sheikh is intent on making it happen. Canelo recently also signed a 4-fight deal with Saudi Arabia, a move that marks a dramatic shift from previous tensions between the fighter and Al Sheikh. Now, the boxing icon is firmly part of the kingdom's ambitious sports project.
Yeah. So this weekend's fight is one of three major events sponsored by Ring Magazine and the Riyadh season. It follows a stacked Times Square card and precedes Naoya Inoue.
Yeah, he's also a boxer.
Headline fight in Las Vegas. So that's the headline in
Yeah.
Las Vegas. So for Canelo, who has long dominated the sport, this Saudi debut signals a new era, one of global showdowns and legacy-defining moments.
Yeah, so see, it's not just Ronaldo going, it's other boxers also going to Saudi Arabia to finish their careers or at least
Against
define their legacy, as we said. Talking about legacy, let's circle back to the 17-year-old Zamzam Al Hammadi, who has become the first female Emirati. So, in a groundbreaking moment for UAE sports, 17-year-old Zamzam Al Hammadi has become the first female Emirati to sign with the Professional Fighters League, one of the world's premier MMA promotions. And the young fighter, who has already made her mark in amateur MMA, says the signing is not just a personal milestone, it's a tribute to her biggest inspiration, her mother.
Oh, I like that. I like the one that there's
Yeah.
a story behind it. So Zamzam's journey has been anything but easy. She lost her father before birth of her twin siblings, leaving her mother, Nada Al-Nuaimi, to raise the families alone. Nada, a black belt in judo, a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, instilled her fighting spirit in her children, even while battling cancer since 2017.
So her mother actually is also
she's
a
also
jiu-jitsu
fighter. She's
brown
also a
belt.
warrior, yeah.
Yeah, and
Really
Zamzam began
appreciate
training in martial arts at just 2.5 years old. My son is 5 and I can't even imagine putting him into a ring or fighting. But yeah, she started training at 2.5, watching her mother coach others from the sidelines. And she now carries that legacy forward. Her siblings, Ghala and Zayed, are also rising stars in the UAE's martial arts scene, winning accolades in youth MMA and jiu-jitsu competitions.
So her talent was recognized early on in 2016 after winning gold at the Abu Dhabi World Professional Jiu-Jitsu Championship. UFC star Mackenzie Dern called Zamzam a star in the making. And last year she won gold at the IMMAF Youth World Championship and repeated the same feat in 2024.
Nice. Talks with the PFL began last December, basically, and culminated in a historic signing this month, first ever signing. Zamzam is now training to prepare for her professional debut while also completing her final year of high school, so studying and fighting both. She hopes her first PFL fight will be held in Dubai. I think the Dubai government will make it possible. They'll be like, no, first Emirati girl fighting. We want it. Coca-Cola Arena, let's get it full and get that fight on.
100%. Well, she still remains undefeated in amateur MMA.
Nice.
But her motivation is deeply personal. She said, I want to win for my mother. She's my warrior. If I make her proud, I'll make my country proud. And her mother, she adds, will be by her side when she finally steps into the cage.
Nice. Very, very nice emotional story. I read this and I was like, okay.
There
We always
is,
hear
I love
about
the story. I love the story.
father-son story, a father-daughter story. It's very rare you find a mother-daughter story, and especially in sports,
Yeah.
a mother inspiring a daughter to do something.
Yeah.
So very, very emotional story. Actually,
We're waiting for Zamzam
yeah.
first fight and we'll be there to cheer.
Yeah,
100%.
she wants it to. Hopefully, she wants it in Dubai. So, Dubai government, Dubai people, make it happen. I'll be there. I'll go to this fight at least. So yeah. Lastly, let's finish the show with AFC Champions League semi-final reports. So Cristiano Ronaldo's wait for another major silverware with Al Nassr continues after the Saudi side were stunned 3-2 by Japan's Kawasaki Frontale in the AFC Champions League Elite semi-final. Despite boasting a star-studded lineup, Nassr, which includes Ronaldo and Mane and who not,
Silence the whole crowd. No one is talking anymore.
I would love to score a goal someday. In my dreams now, I don't play, but it's
Yeah.
very nice. He summed up a frustrating night.
Yeah. One more thing, the Kawasaki coach.
After a 3-1 win over Al Hilal, who are the running champions right now, who won nearly the 12th man, the crowd.
Yeah, the fans are really, really important in any game. So
The 12th man, the crowd.
the fans are really, really important in any game. So let's make the difference.
Simple and plain. Away side has always a disadvantage.
For the last 5 games for the
Nice.
for the football. The last 5 games for the
Nice.
For the football season. It's gonna be on Smashi Sports. For
Is a star.
Zamzam, we are with
Just
you.
go. Is a star.
Zamzam, we are with
Just
you.
go Google her picture.